What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another blueprint review video for COD Mobile. So today we had another discount draw brought to you by the summer sale. So this time around we ended up getting basically a double legendary draw. This was a draw that was released probably a year or two ago with the Ffar as well as the Outlaw. So it seems like they're bringing back a lot of different old draws that I guess a lot of people kind of forgot about. And that's cool. I didn't really think that they were gonna have a double draw as part of the sale, to be honest, because just getting two lucky draws with 20% off, that's kind of a steal. Usually these lucky draws are a little bit more expensive given that you're getting two legendary items. Usually you would end like maybe at 3,700 or 4,700 for any usual reactive or non-reactive draw, but for double weapon draws, I think the price is a tiny bit higher at the very end. But thankfully, due to this 20% off discount, you could basically get one of these things for a much cheaper price. And just in case you guys are interested in finding out which one will count for the Prestige Legendary, it is actually the Ffar. Unfortunately, for double draws like these, you still basically would have to complete the entire draw or at least get the main item, which again is the Ffar, in order for it to count. So the Outlaw does not count towards your legendary prestige progression. So these two legendary skins do follow a certain theme, which of course is a desert/Egyptian type of theme. Both of them more or less carry the same type of color scheme. It's usually like gold with a lot of blue around it. And honestly, they chose probably the best colors. And honestly, with desert themes, that's kind of a given. However, they did not fail to impress with the actual gold, because this is probably, the shinier type of gold that we've gotten in this game. And it's kind of sad because, they'll put effort into making gold look like gold with these types of skins, but with camos, gold camo or platinum or even Damascus, they don't bother to make them any more shinier. But that's a video for another day. So both of them again do have pretty good animations, especially with the sand particles around it. They're basically the same across both of those weapons. You'll see both sand particles around the Outlaw as well as the Ffar. Camo coverage for both of them as well are actually not that bad, and they don't really get in the way. As long as you're not using Borealis or Diamond, they don't really get away from all the gold designs. So you could kind of like think of some sort of seasonal camo or even completionist camo that would match pretty well with these skins, and they won't get in the way of that. I know you guys are going to mention the scope for the Outlaw. The scope, it's not the worst, but at the same time, it's not the best. I would say the first legendary Outlaw that came out like years ago is probably the better skin, at least to have like a more wider scope. This one's okay, but if anything, this one's more just built for, I guess, looks rather than performance. The same thing could be said about the Ffar legendary. Like the iron sight, again, it's not the best in the world. If anything, it's kind of interchangeable with just the base iron sight. But again, it feels like both of these skins are a lot more focused with their appearance rather than how it performs for the player. Also, another additional feature that maybe some of you guys may not notice, I'm not sure how often you guys inspect your weapons, but back in the day, maybe a few years ago, there was a time where a lot of legendaries were getting this inspection sound. Every legendary had their own type of, inspection animation sound whenever you inspected the weapon, and apparently these two legendary skins do actually have that as well. Unfortunately for legendary skins today, they normally don't have different types of inspect animations or sounds unless like they're from a collaboration. So yeah, that's something to keep note of if you do decide to buy this. But at the end of the day, are they actually worth picking up even if they're already 20% off? In my personal opinion, I would say yes. For a few reasons. Obviously with the Outlaw usually never gets any legendary skins. The last one that it had was probably 5 years ago. So it's very rare for an Outlaw to ever receive a legendary skin. As for the Ffar, given how well it performs now, the Ffar is able to 4-tap a pretty decent range. And I would say it competes side by side with the BP50. And I'm actually surprised that's not even meta right now, but I think at some point it will be. Of course, only if a buff does arrive for it again, which, it could happen at any point. But just in case it does, you will have that skin ready for use if you guys don't have the mythic already. Again, both of them are beautiful. Their gold plated design is absolutely incredible, along with their animations, death effects, and even the inspections. I mean, these two things are basically the complete package for legendary skins. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content. I'll see you guys next time.